in the most recent summer in review, I showed off a pair of Swedish Hockey League games for the Mega Drive, and then last week I showed off a bunch of PAL games that I already owned, and on Monday I showed off a bunch of European PS2 games that I happened to stumble across on a game store trip. On Wednesday I showed off a couple more PAL games I got from eBay, and today we are finalizing the PAL arc with an unboxing. I have a terrible track record when it comes to unboxings, but we're going to do it anyway. So, these two packages that I got are from the same seller that I got the Swedish Hockey League games from, Concept Entertainment in Sweden. I'll put their website in the description, but fantastic site to order from. Really, really cool stuff there, stuff that I didn't know existed. And I had to place one more order because at the time of recording, the tariffs haven't hit yet, but after the tariffs hit, I did not want to be dealing with customs fees and all that, so let's get right into it and put the PAL arc to bed. So I'll start with this smaller package here. This smaller package has two games. Pretty sure I know which two games are in here, but yeah, this is going to be fun. Of course, I've mentioned a couple times in this series, I guess you could put it, that I am Swedish. My mom is Swedish, and yeah, so these two games right here are very specifically going to be Swedish games, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. And then the bigger box will get into some other weird stuff that only released We'll get into it. So the first two games I'm going to show off are both for the PlayStation 2, so more PS2 games that I can't play. Of course, the PAL region is technically the region for Europe and Australia. They use a different TV frequency. I don't quite know the details, but essentially our TVs run at a different frequency in North America, so I don't quite know how it works. But basically, you can't play a lot of European games in North America because they are different in terms of just running ability. I am pretty sure. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But these first two games I'm going to show off are both SingStar games, which you've probably seen before. Imagine Rock Band or Guitar Hero, but it's only singing. So we have SingStar Svenska Hits and SingStar Svenska Hits Schlager, which I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation. I'll have to ask my mom. But yeah, imagine Boogie or just games where you're singing, but specifically all Swedish music. I'm looking at the back. Oh, okay, there's Beyonce, there's Blink-182, there's Good Charlotte, all those songs I don't recognize from those artists. Yeah, no, not even. Okay, that was Svenska Hits. I don't remember those, or I don't recognize any of those. How about on this one? Nope, don't recognize any on this one either. So that's kind of funny, but yeah, now I can sing in Swedish, even though I don't speak Swedish. So that's the first package, the bigger package we'll get into right now. This has a lot more. It's got some cool stuff that maybe I teased at in the Wednesday short, but here we go. If we can get it open, that would be fantastic. We're getting there. I promise. Okay, wait, we're almost there. All right, cool. Alrighty, no idea the order in which they're coming. Did not do any research for any of these games, so we're going to dive right into it. Looks like this package is a little easier to get to. And good timing, because it's the last game I talked about in that Wednesday short. And basically, in Europe, the Master System was way more popular than the Mega Drive, or what we know as the Genesis. So when the Genesis was released, the Master System was still popular, still getting support, and the Genesis or Mega Drive was still kind of seen as like a premium version. So Europe got a lot of demakes, if you will. Got a lot of games that we got on Super Nintendo and on Genesis, but they got them on the Master System, technically the generation before the Genesis. So for whatever reason, there's a bunch of games like that, but more specifically, there's a bunch of Disney games like that. So if you know me, if you've seen this channel, I'm a huge Disney fan. Love all the Disney movies I'm about to show off. And yeah, so I showed off Lion King for the Master System that we did not get here in North America. The first one I'll show off is Aladdin on the Master System. We did not get a Master System version for Aladdin. We also didn't get the Nintendo equivalent of that, but I'll show that off in just a second. We also did not get Jungle Book in North America on the Master System. We got it on the Genesis on the Super Nintendo, or better known as Jungle Book, or I believe I have a record from when my mom was a kid that is Djungelboken in Swedish, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, there you go. There's 2 more Master System games. But that's not the only Master System games I got, because I also got this one. And I don't know anything about this series. I am 99% sure it is just a platforming series, but a platforming series that I'm 99% sure never came to North America in any capacity. Don't even know if it went to Japan. So when I say Europe exclusive, I mean like Europe exclusive. And that is the Autofants. Autofunts. I think they're elephants, but they're the Autofunts. But not only did I get it on the Master System, apparently there was also a Genesis version. So talking about games that have Master System versions and Genesis versions, we also got the Mega Drive version. I believe there is also a Game Gear version that I didn't see on the website, but I would have bought it if I saw it. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of funny. Not that I have a way to play them, but you know. Going back to Disney games, specifically, not on the Master System this time, but we have the Disney Collection on the Mega Drive, which we did not get here in North America, though I'm pretty sure we got each individual game that is in this collection. Castle of Illusion and Quackshot, starring Donald Duck. So I'm, like I said, 99% sure both games came on the Genesis here in North America, but we did not get them in any sort of compilation. So that's pretty cool. More Disney games. Okay, this video is moving a lot faster than I thought. That's already, what, 5, 7? So this has 7 games right here? Yeah, I guess so. All right, cool. What is this? I guess this is an NES poster. This poster looks familiar. I'm not quite sure what this is from, but I do recognize this. I just don't know why I recognize it. So that's cool. Like I said, strongly recommend buying from Concept Entertainment. There's a lot of really cool PAL exclusive. There was way more that I wanted to buy, but I had a budget I had to stick with, so I did not go that much crazier. So, yeah. I'm going to leave this one for last. Oh, you know what? Screw it. I'll show it right now. It's it's Monopoly on PC. I don't know. It was super cheap. I just wanted to get this one because it was Monopoly. I think it's French and German and also in English. I'm 99% sure. It's got 3 different languages. It was our equivalent of like $1, so I just thought it was funny to get. But anyway, moving on to the other games for this episode. One big thing in Sweden is that Sweden is really big into hockey. So I'm drawing a blank as to if it's the most popular sport there. I want to say it is. Oh, I mean, aside from soccer, probably. But there's no baseball. I don't believe there's much basketball. There's definitely no American football there. So after soccer, which I'm not really a big soccer fan, the next biggest sport would probably be hockey. And my mom tells me that she showed my dad hockey growing up. My dad more so showed me hockey growing up. So long story short, she showed me hockey. And because Sweden is so big into hockey, there's a lot of Swedish hockey players in the National Hockey League. So in Sweden, when we got our yearly NHL games, they also got yearly NHL games, but some years in the yearly releases, they got variants that had their own Swedish athletes on the cover. So Concept had a bunch of NHL games. I only went with one just because I needed to stay within a certain budget. But that one that I decided to get was NHL 08 on PS3. I didn't play NHL 08 growing up. I started with NHL 12, I want to say. But I'm drawing a blank as to who was on the regular cover. But this is, I believe, Henrik Zetterberg on the cover. I am 99% sure. I don't remember. I had it written down somewhere. I'm pretty sure it's Henrik Zetterberg, who would end up being the captain of the Detroit Red Wings. I think so. Or was it Datsyuk at the time? I don't know. Whatever it is. Yeah, this was just a variant. There was a bunch more that they had. I would love to get more of them at some point, just to get all the Swedish variants of the NHL games, because, you know, even though they're yearly hockey games, they are special to me with Swedish athletes that I know also. Like, these are, you know, 08, I kind of remember going to hockey games, even though I don't necessarily remember all the players, but Henrik Zetterberg I remember no problem. I think there's also one with Henrik Lundqvist around at this time, and there's a couple other Swedish athletes that I could come up with, but I'd have to be looking at the list and be like, yeah, I recognize that player. So that's a cool one. Hope to get more of those in the future, but they're hard to find on eBay. And also probably not going to buy any while the tariffs are still in place, so that's a different problem. But anyway, next one is a show I watched growing up, and I'm a big fan of when I was growing up, and I have it on PS1. I remember it's a game that I played on PC. It's just sort of like a mini game collection for the TV show. It was on Nickelodeon. I'm pretty sure it was on Nickelodeon. And I stumbled across this going through their entire website, and I was like, that exists? So I had to get it. This is the Bob the Builder, Can We Fix It, and the Tweenies Game Time combo pack on PS1. So PS1's got the label at the bottom, I believe, in North America. We have it on the side. But it's a combo pack of Bob the Builder, Can We Fix It, which is the game I played at the time, and Tweenies. And I can't say I remember Tweenies at all. I'm going to guess that they're not North American. They look like puppets, so they look like they could be Muppets. Like they look most like Jeff Dunham's Peanut, if you've ever seen Jeff Dunham. But yeah, this was a combo pack that I did not know existed, but I saw it. I was like, when am I going to see that again? So I got that. I had to get that. When am I, whenever I'm going to see NHL games with different variants at some point, but I don't know if I would ever see a Bob the Builder combo pack. So kind of funny. These are all packed really, really nicely too. They're all in plastic covering, so that's really cool. Next up is, I think, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, the last 4 games, I guess I bought them all on the same system. I'll put them upside down so I can't see exactly what games they were. Let me also put this box on the ground. It's been sitting on my lap this entire video. But yeah, here we go. What is this first one? This first one is, speaking of Aladdin on the Master System, we also did not get Aladdin on the NES. We got Aladdin on the Super Nintendo, but we did not get it on NES. So here we go. That's that. I would assume, I'm not 100% sure, that this version is very similar to the Master System version. I'm guessing they're both demakes. But yeah, we did not get Aladdin on NES. We did get Jungle Book on NES. We didn't get Lion King on NES. Speaking of Lion King on NES, we got Lion King on NES from the PAL region. We also did not, like I said, did not get this here. We got it on Super Nintendo. We got it on Genesis. So now I have it on Master System. I have it on NES. Did I say that right? I think so. And this one is Der König der Löwen, which I don't know if that is Swedish. I'm not 100% sure. I think it is. It might also not be. I don't know if they're, I don't know, whatever it is. I'll ask my mom later. But yes, we did not get Lion King on NES. It feels like I'm holding like repros. That they are not repros for the record, but it feels like that they shouldn't exist because they didn't exist here in North America. I spoiled this one, and this is another game we got on Super Nintendo. Did not get it on NES, but I did not see a Master System version, I don't think. I'm going to check to see if there's a Master System version, because it would be the only one that I have on NES and not Master System, unless it was released here on the Master System, then different. I don't know, whatever it is. Another movie I grew up watching, that is Beauty and the Beast, or what's the exact wording? I can't read all the exact writing, but it's Beauty and the Beast, just in a different language. So we got Beauty and the Beast on Super Nintendo. I have that, and yeah, that's pretty cool too. And then the last game for this episode. This episode went way faster than I thought. But before I show it off, thank you so much to Lars at Concept Entertainment. I had been going back and forth sending emails with him about, like, can I use my specific card that I have on their website, and asking about other Swedish variants or Swedish exclusives. I believe the Swedish Hockey League games I showed in Summer in Review are the only exclusives that were released in Sweden. But yeah, thank you so much to Lars. I hope you're watching this. I'm gonna send this video to you. And if you have any interest in buying PAL games and are okay paying tariffs, I guess, please reach out to him. He's a cool guy. He's very friendly, very, very friendly, very, very communicative. So definitely go buy from them if you can. And the last game I'm going to show off is something that we got here in North America, but not this specific type. The pack-in title for most NESs in the 80s was Super Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt. You've probably seen the combo pack before. Very, very, very famous. And there was also another variant of that. It was Super Mario Bros., Duck Hunt, and drawing a blank. It's the new state. Oh, World Class Track Meet, I believe, is the other one. And Europe got this specific variant of that sort of pack-in title, but it's even cooler. It has Super Mario Bros., Tetris, and Nintendo World Cup. So we got World Class Track Meet, which was just a track game to show like what the Power Pad could do. They instead got Nintendo World Cup. Soccer, very, very big in Europe. We never got Tetris in a combo pack, so of course Tetris, legendary on the NES, so it comes with that, and of course comes with Super Mario Bros. So I don't know if this will work in my NES. I'm going to try it just to see what happens, but could not get cooler than this. When I saw this, I was like, I have to get that. And yeah, that's the end of the PAL arc. So this was really, really cool. I made the one order for the Swedish Hockey League games because I found them, and then I was going through the website. I'm like, I need to make another order. There is so much I left off. I had to be super honest with you, I had like a $2,000 order in my cart, and I had to go down. I'm like, I can't do that much. It wasn't in the budget for right now, but in the event the European Union doesn't get tariffed anymore, or you don't get hit with customs fees anymore for de minimis stuff, I'll definitely make another order because there was so much other stuff that I wanted. There was a Shrek game in Swedish that I totally wanted. Like, come on, that's so cool. But until then, I'm going to have to wait. I think most import collecting is going to slow down. I'll probably buy stuff if it's already here in North America, but I don't know if I want to see what happens with like the custom stuff. I don't want to make an order. I don't really know how it works, so please correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't want to make an order for like $50 and then get hit with like a $50 customs fee. Like, that doesn't make sense. But not getting into that. This is all super duper awesome. So again, Lars, thank you so much. Concept Entertainment, thank you so much. And I hope you have enjoyed this unboxing. I hope you've enjoyed this PAL arc of me talking about European games for a change instead of Japanese games. But we will be back to Japanese games very, very soon. So until then, thank you so much for watching. If there's anything I got wrong, anything you happen to know about these games, I know Rewind Arcade, you're going to be telling me everything about Japanese games, but I don't know about PAL games. Maybe there's somebody else out there that's going to scold me for things I didn't say. But yeah, thank you again so much for watching. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Please tell me things I don't know. I would love to continue learning about these games as much as I have hopefully taught you something. So with that said, bye.